Folks, we got a wild video to react to today. Now, yesterday I made a video which I have taken down. I took it down because of the video that I watched here today. This video is insane. I'm actually recording this after I just watched the entire thing. First up, I'm just gonna say straight up, go give this guy a sub. He's linked, top link in the description is his video where he spells out the truth. This guy was portrayed wrongly. Everywhere you look, there's a lot of eyes on this guy who luckily you can't ever see his face, but he was framed as something he's not. So take a look at what we have to watch here. And of course, go give him a sub, top link in the description. Today, we're taking a look at this video called The Worst Day of My Life Riding My Electric Scooter in LA. Folks, this is why I say this all the time. I say this to anybody I know, all of my friends who, if you ride a bike, an electric moto, an electric scooter, it doesn't matter. Always, always, always record what you're doing. At worst, you can post it on YouTube and make a couple bucks maybe. At best, you will record footage that could save your life one day, maybe even that week. Maybe you catch the person who hit and ran you and you got the plates on camera. Maybe it's something like this. Me personally, I don't set foot on anything that has two wheels or any type of anything that rolls nowadays without recording. A car has a dash cam. You just like, it's a crazy world out there. Once you're on the roads, anything could happen. Anyways, we're going to take a look at this guy's story. His channel is called Keezy E-Wheels. And we're going to see his tale told through the story of his 360 camera on his chest. Let's take a look.
What? You step off the bike.
These are sheriffs.
Miss Sarah, can you hold them so I can get back in?
Can you step off?
Someone on a loudspeaker said, can you hold them for a second?
I'm gonna turn around.
Put your hands behind your back. What? Can you just put your hands behind your back,
Whoa,
sir?
whoa,
Don't
whoa,
argue
whoa,
with me.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Watch him.
How are you guys?
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Yeah. Today I have to pretty much tell this story because it's so crazy. This has to be the worst day of me riding my electric scooter ever.
We've all had our worst day.
This is crazy.
We've had mine.
As you guys know, in the Los Angeles area right now, there's a lot of, and it's almost unbelievable. Like when I'm seeing things on the news, you know, from all the times that, you know, the news media have misled a lot of us, it's hard to believe some things. The fire have, you know, calmed down on some areas. I decided I'm going to go kind of look at these things. And also, as you guys know, every time I'm riding, I always have my 360 camera running.
Great.
All the time.
Smart move, man.
And it's not just to create content, it's also a way to protect myself.
That's what
Just
did
in
I
case,
just
you know,
say?
people try to run you off the road. We know this. If you're in the electric scooter community, if you ride PEV, you know this. That's why we wear it all the time.
True. Anything.
So,
and that goes for bikes as well. Like it should be mandatory equipment if you're riding, especially if you're just on a regular bicycle. Like I grew up my entire life riding bikes in the street in LA. And it is probably the most dangerous activity you could do outside as a pedestrian. Is just, let alone commuting, but even just riding and trying to get from point A to point B, or even doing it for fun. It is like you have to wear a can. That's basically how my channel started. Was one day I realized every time I went out riding in LA, something insane would happen. Like it happened every single time. I was like, I need to record. Like there's zero benefit to not recording, and there's infinite upside to just recording what you do. At the least, it's interesting for people just to watch. Like even if this guy just rides around, I'm sure he has an audience for people who just want to see him just roll around. So, and then you get days like this, which is
the clip I'm showing you guys,
story.
I will try not to show clips because one thing I don't like about clips is because people can then try to make it seem
out of context
the way that it's not. Like they can kind of change up the story.
Change the narrative, right?
But I don't want to show clips. I just want to show you guys what happened.
Okay.
But so as I was riding, I was coming from Santa Monica, and I was riding to see the Malibu area where the fire things burned down, to also show to you guys who also don't believe the news. So I also wanted to show that to you guys. So
it looks like you can't just walk up PCH
with my 360 camera.
I didn't even know that. You can't just walk up PCH.
And then after that, I saw some bicycle guys. They were riding in front, going further. So I'm like, okay, let me see if there's more stuff down there. So as I was going, this police gentleman, and there was also some, the National Guard, I think that was there. They directed me to stop to the side because a bunch of fire trucks were just passing. So I stopped, of course, waiting for them to pass, or the fire trucks to pass. And then I'll make a U-turn and turn right there because that's the area that we can't cross. So I waited, getting ready to make a U-turn and go the other way. And then this guy walks up in front of me, the cop, and says, "Oh, get off the scooter."
Here we go.
What's going on? Get off the scooter. What do you mean get off the scooter? It's like, and then put your hand there. He was like, "Sir, don't fight me. Like, don't argue or anything like that."
Can you just put your hands
Now,
on your
you
back?
guys need to understand this. In my whole life, the only time
they're just
had this type of stuff happen to me was when I was really, really young, and I was riding my
They just
bicycle.
wait, what? They just straight up detain him without asking a single question? I'm just guessing, like, why would they do this? It has to be like they like heard some guy in electric. One thing I've been hearing is that there's tons of people on e-bikes, whether it be like Super 73 style, Suron style e-bikes, or electric scooters, getting past here. Because one thing you realize if you ride one of those bikes is that it is a ridiculously efficient way of moving around, is the way I'd put it. Like, you're quiet, you're fast, you can pretty much escape 95% of situations unless you're like completely blockaded. You're like a slippery little snake, you know, you can kind of get in and out of anywhere. So we're just gonna keep watching. I don't know.
A cop actually, I don't want to make this about a race thing, but you guys already know. We always fit the description. I'm not going to say it's a lie because it has happened to me even as a young kid. I was just riding my bike and I was riding it on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Because the area had a lot of traffic. A cop stopped me, had me down, talking about why are you riding on the sidewalk?
There's him
that
getting the photo.
Be on the streets. I don't have a helmet.
I also want to say that happened to me too. As a matter of fact, I made a YouTube video about it. Some of y'all remember when I lived in downtown LA, detectives jumped out on me aggressively. I mean, swerved in front of me because I was riding my bike down the street on a one-way, like on the edge of the street, right next to the sidewalk. I was still on the road, no cars on the road. This was like 9:30 at night, no traffic, riding down the street, pulled over, and detained for like 30 minutes. And I got it on camera. It's on a YouTube video somewhere. I can't be bothered to pull it up, but you know, I hear this guy out.
All that stuff. And they detained me for that. And I was very, very young. I don't even think I was 14 or something at that time. And I remember crying about that because it didn't make sense. I see other kids do it all the time.
Damn,
anyways, I don't want to go into that. But anyways,
they're catching it. Yeah, they're
told me, hey,
catching the moment.
You know, you're not supposed to be at this area. This area is evacuated, which is a lie. You can see cars and this thing that's coming up there. That's where we stop and make a U-turn. Everybody turns around right there.
Wow.
So it's not like you can't come up to that area. You can. It's just that that's where they close it out. So he told me, oh, you can't come around this area. I was like, okay. He said, just put your hand behind your back. Don't argue with me. I said, okay.
Fair enough, man. Here's the thing. In these situations, anyone who's ever been pulled over, especially in LA, if I've been pulled over on my bike, in my car, you gotta play ball, man. It is what it is. 9 times out of 10, if you didn't actually do anything, they'll usually let you go. There's always the one weird off where they just invent something to give you a ticket, and then there's the extremely rare situation, but probably not even that rare in reality, where you get arrested over something that didn't actually happen, but it happens. So, you know, when you're here, there's nothing else you can do. I want to reiterate, this guy is so lucky that he recorded this.
Start fighting or anything like that, because my own thing is I don't try to, make things difficult for law enforcement. Even when I think they're doing something wrong, I'm not gonna start struggling and doing all this unnecessary.
Okay, through the voiceover, he said, as he's sitting down, he said, "Are you gonna tell me what's going on?" And the sheriff's officer said, "Let me hear this again."
Doing something wrong, I'm not gonna start struggling and doing all.
Yeah, okay, so I think he said, we're getting a description of people trying to break into something, or you're matching a description of people trying to break into something?
Stuff. If anything, I just, have our lawyers deal with it. That's how you deal with these things. So I did ask him, what did I do? He said that there are people that are, burglarizing and, looting and all that stuff. And I'm
like, offers him his ID at this point.
Okay. Do you see that I have a camera on me? Like, I have a 360 camera on me and on the scooter.
True.
Why would I go and be committing crime?
True.
While recording it and documenting it for evidence?
When I saw the camera, I was thinking, like, how is this, like, this? It just doesn't really add up. Clearly not going back there on his electric scooter that's probably like $3,000-$4,000, covered in like safety equipment, with a camera, 2 cameras, a backpack. The backpack kind of is like, that's my one thing. Anywhere I go with my backpack, any backpackers out here, like anyone who like carries a backpack with them all the time, you're used to the scrutiny of being a guy with a backpack. Like, they always think you're trying to steal stuff. Like that's part of reality of having a backpack. I actually don't know if he has one, but I'm assuming, considering the entire getup he has, especially if he has cameras, he probably has a backpack too. The backpack is a source of prejudice, in my experience, on bikes.
Just to hand over to the car. Oh my! Now there was another guy that was on a motorcycle that was also detained right there, and just for privacy purposes, I'm not gonna show his face.
Okay.
As we were there, people were coming, doing video and recording and all that stuff. I'm just like, man, I just came here to
sucks.
ride
Yeah,
my
it sucks. He just
and
like
I have cameras mounted on me.
Why
would I be?
He's just in the fishbowl right now. Yeah,
documenting it.
People are just gawking at him.
Crazy right now, and some people do stupid things. But come on, bro. Come on, that's just stupid.
True.
I'm someone. I just had a kid. Why the fudge would I? Anyway, it's like sometimes I do respect the law enforcement. That's why you didn't see me arguing or saying anything with them. I do respect them.
Fair enough.
But sometimes it's almost like people lack common sense. Like the cop that was in front of me would have been like, what is that? Is that a camera? So where were you coming from? And can we see the footage or something like that? And
no, he has a good point. It is kind of odd that they just sat him down. Like they just straight up detained him. They sat him down. They're not really questioning him. The only thing I can think of is like maybe they've already caught a bunch of people at this point. So they're just instantly profiling him. Bad, yes. That is bad. But that's probably, like, realistically, that's probably what's happening. They just profile him. They're like, all right, we're just going to sit you down here until we can figure out what's going on. And yeah, does it suck? Absolutely. You know? Yeah, it does. It does. Wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know. Not much more you can say.
It's a 360 camera. I would have pulled it up, shown him all the video from where I came from till now. Now, one of the reasons why I also kept my mouth shut is because, hey, being black, being someone of color, as you guys know, it's easy to pin something on someone like me. Even when they actually let me go,
it's got a point. When
I looked at the cops on the camera, I saw disappointment in their face that it wasn't me.
Oh, no. Oh, man, that's a cold shot right there.
The face that it wasn't me that they were hoping to have held there.
Man.
I saw it in their face. So it's kind of crazy.
So it looks like the other guy who came on a Grom, looks like they're swabbing that thing for evidence or something, or I don't know what they're doing. They're probably just trying to take it apart. It looks like he might have a bag on the back there. They're probably just going through it, seeing if there's any evidence that they could really like throw the book at this guy. So another thing, LA has a new DA, which is, the previous one, everyone said soft on crime. I don't really know too much about the details of that. But the new one is trying to throw the book at especially everybody who's caught in this current circumstance of looting. So I would assume that sheriffs and any other law enforcement out there is on edge to catch and like book people, not just detain them, but actually fully arrest them, knowing that they are going to get hit with everything possible if they are actually guilty of crimes out here. So
experiencing this. And when people tell me, oh no, there's no such thing as, profiling or, black people this and da. Okay. To someone that's not like, like us, yeah, of course. But I have never, told anybody that that's not real. It is very, very real.
It is what it is. It is what it is, especially when you get caught up in situations like this. I mean, this is one of those circumstances where, like, it's just, who's anybody to tell this guy that his experience is wrong, right? Like, it's just, that's what he's dealing with is what he's facing. And this is just yet another example of it, I guess,
Now, mind you, these people know that I was not committing any crime. They know 100%. They know that I was not part of whoever they were looting. That was. Yeah. Do you see my electric scooter? That electric scooter is very unique. Why would I put all those things on my electric scooter? To make myself so recognizable by everybody? First of all, the electric scooter costs more than whatever I'm going to go loot. My electric scooter costs more than the e-bike. I'm not here trying to brag or anything like that.
Okay.
I do not have anything on my record. And I gave them my ID willingly. Go and check. Now, if they have gone and checked my ID, they were like, oh, we have to wait for the LAPD to get there. And I was there for 1 hour, 1 hour plus. Sitting on the floor. And started crawling into my pants. No joke. I sent part of the video. I will show you guys where I was telling the cop, hey, can you get this ant off of me? And they even had to move me to a different place.
Jeez.
Sir. Sorry to bother you. Like, I have an ant crawling on me. Huh? I have an ant crawling on me. You mind just stopping it right there? See the ant? Thank you.
You understand what's going on, right, sir?
No.
You understand that we're just waiting for LAPD at the moment?
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
Oh man.
The other guy, like I said, that's next to me, I don't know him whatsoever, but they're still blurring out his face, which means they don't have the full information, or I don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah.
If he committed a crime, right? That's why I also don't want to show. But before I even saw the video of, them blurring his face, I wasn't going to have him in the video, so regardless.
True. Okay.
Because I respect the privacy of people. As people were coming there, they were coming and taking pictures and stuff. And, he was even saying, like, why are people just coming and allowing them to take pictures? Like, there's so many things that we don't see on the news, and I got the experience too. I just sat there watching. People come, they do video. They'll have their camera guys that will come, take pictures from the other side, and then come in front of us, take pictures from the
That's
front.
crazy. That's
Like,
actually...
Man. My wife is
That's
not
actually
gonna believe
nuts.
this. But because I have my 360 camera recording, I'm gonna be able to actually like show this to you guys. And for some of you will be like in disbelief.
Wow.
And after
See,
that,
I didn't even know you could get to ride here. This is where I usually ride my bike to. Before all this happened, I would ride my bike down the bike path on some weekends, some weekdays, and this is around where it ends. So this is like the beginning of Pacific Palisades. It's like right here on PCH. So I wasn't even aware that people were able to get into here.
and change the battery because the battery was already dying. I'm like, I need to put fresh batteries here because it's almost like my instinct was telling me if something was to happen, I don't want my battery dying midway. Now I have my mic that's on me that's recording all the time, the whole time that I was there. But my battery died like almost when the LAPD came and was telling me that it's like I can, while I was still at the scene, I changed my battery and put everything together. So you guys can also see me right off.
Okay.
So I wasn't arrested, I wasn't taken in, I was detained wrongfully.
Our battery is
detained
like
there for an
low.
hour.
Okay. All right. Let's check it out.
The system in California, I didn't think it was LAPD because
Oh, he's in cuffs here.
It took the LAPD an hour to get there because I guess they had to get their, their media people. I don't even think it was LAPD because when they came with these guys that were in the suits or whatever that they have to announce that they are doing their job or whatever.
Oh.
And they had me sitting there for like an hour plus.
Okay.
Because they had to get all those people. Because I know it would not take the LAPD that long to actually get there. Or even run my stuff and see that, hey, that's not the guy.
Oh, man.
Or even call them over the radio and say, hey, that's not the guy. But the LA system is so messed up, they can't even do that. Or they
Jeez.
were hoping. That's one thing I was praying.
Jeez,
bro. They don't try to do this where they try to set up folks because they do it all the time. Have people locked up for something that they did not do, and then later years on, then they come out. Because how am I going to explain that to my wife and my kid? Like I told you guys, I just had a kid. It's only like 3 months. So this was running through my head. Because if it was just me, I wouldn't care. It is what it is. Since I've been in this country, I've known that there's a chance of me always being mistaken as an identity of somebody that did something. I have already taken that, yes, that's something that happens. And any day it's happening, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to scream. I just pray to God that at the end of the whole whatever they do, that the truth comes out and I'm alive and go on about my day. That's something that I've always said to myself. Because I have a clean record. They could have checked that stuff and know and sent me on my merry way. But they kept me there for an hour for the news people to come and take pictures. Just to make it, I don't know what they were trying to create. Because I know they already know who they want. Because they never searched me. Just so you guys understand, they never searched me. They were searching the other guy's bike. They were checking around all his stuff. I have a scooter. Where am I going to put all the stuff I'm trying?
He was just going for a ride, man. He was just going for a ride on his PEV. Fortunately, this happened.
My backpack is on the floor. It's sounding funny right now, but it's only funny because I
go to
know
jail.
I'm innocent, and this is something that people that are going through stuff, and then I will go and then savage their what? You guys have already seen the type of content that I create. You guys should already understand the kind of character that I am. I try to be upstanding. I try to help people.
Doing community service. Oh, he's
Try to
handing out
make sure
gifts.
that, electric scooter.
He's handing out
companies are
gifts.
held accountable to do good for the customers.
He's a good
I'm always
guy,
talking
man.
About good customers. I give to most of the time. If you see me doing something like charity or donation or anything like that, in this generation, I'm just doing my recording. It's not just about content. I'm recording it for transparency because I want to show it to you guys.
True.
So you get to know who I am. Because other than that, you don't know. People can tell you, oh, I did this, and you would immediately believe it because you don't know who I am. So this just taught me a lesson. Always have my 360, always be recording anything that I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Always
Absolutely. Guys, first off, I'm going to just go ahead and say we're about halfway through this video. Give this guy a sub. Keezy E-Wheels. Y'all know me. If this happened to me, I wouldn't have been nearly as calm. I would have been much more, I probably would be in jail, right? I'd be much more of, I talk a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty talkative. So it would be seen. This guy's story deserves to be heard. He just said it. This is the importance of always recording what you're up to when you're out and about, especially on a PEV. If he was just walking, if he didn't have any of his gear on, he was just walking, probably a completely different story, right? It's probably a completely different tale. He probably wouldn't have been able to even walk that far, but they probably would have just been like, okay, turn around, dude. Yeah, like, go back that way. They wouldn't have stopped and frisked him. It's because he is on the powerful electric scooter, because he has all the gear on, because he has all the cameras, is why I think is they're giving him a hard time, even though that's kind of the opposite of what you would think. You know, it's kind of why I think this is why it's happening. And I could see it happening to me. I could see it happening to anybody who went through here on that, with that type of gear. You just stand out. You get profiled, whether you know, regardless of your skin tone. Did it end up being worse for this guy? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty worst case scenario besides actually getting arrested all the way up until that. That didn't happen from what I could tell. But no one likes getting detained and having to sit for an hour when it's basically they're taking your 1 hour of life of your freedom away for nothing.
Stop and change my battery as soon as I see that the battery is low to a certain extent. Change that and replace it because you never know. Now this thing is on the news and they have me with next to the other guy.
Yep.
And they're taking a picture and they're saying looters captured.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I had my helmet on because they were telling me at some point to remove my helmet. I'm like, nope, that's not gonna happen.
Smart man.
You're accusing me of a crime, and
Smart
you have
man.
you guys professional photographers coming here and taking a picture.
He's kind of smart by not taking his helmet off. It kept his identity. They blurred out the other guy's face with the fire department jacket on, but you could easily see his face. I don't think the majority of people are going to have any idea who this dude is. I mean, if he didn't make this video, which luckily he did, I think maybe nobody would know who he was. Keep that helmet on, man.
Because no matter what, it's not everybody that might see this video right now. So some people that
These
are
people
out
over here
there
are taking
might
photos
think,
of him. Wild.
And you have like friends and family or people that know me and know the scooter that I ride. They say, "Oh, well, we knew it."
They said they saw him. Oh no!
For your downfall and stuff.
Oh
like,
man!
We knew it. We knew this guy. He's been buying up all these scooters. There's no way that he's legit. There's no way that.
Yeah.
Always.
True. He ain't wrong though. It'd be your own. Yeah.
They got him. And you know he does other things.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah. It'd be your own, man. It'd be your own, waiting for your own downfall.
I'm probably one of the most honest person you will ever come in contact in your life. In your whole virgin life, I will be one of those people that you will come in contact that will tell you exactly how it is, that will be honest with you. I'm almost loyal to a fault. I'm almost truthful to a fault. Like people that I'm loyal to, I'm loyal. People that I call friend, I truly call friend. Like I will check in on people just to make sure you're okay. This is me. This is my character. This is how I've always been. And nothing is going to change that. Now, when I go into some of these things where things like this happens to me, it does hit me a little bit. Like it does hit me on the chest that, man, you're still in a country where you're a foreigner.
I could see myself in this exact same situation. I could totally see them stopping me, taking me off the bike, putting me in cuffs. Only difference is I would have been super annoying. I would have been very annoying, and I would have posted that footage the same night. It would have been live. So, I mean, yeah, he does have a point though. It's probably extra difficult. I mean, obviously he does have a point. It's extra difficult when you're a foreigner, but
you need to understand that. It's a land of the free, but you're not free, just so you know. So these things do remind, and it does go back, to me. I try not to, like I tell you guys, I don't try to play the race game. I don't try to play, oh yeah, everybody's racist. No, because I have a couple of cool people around me. I've seen them. They're really good people.
PSA to this guy, please upload the raw footage of this.
Individual people, the system itself, it's like that. And if you don't think that's true, you can tell me from this video, because you can see I do not fit the description. I don't at all. Say people on the scooter, What is a scooter? Because they're classifying as just about anything. Scooter, what does that mean? On a scooter? What? You don't have anything else other than on a scooter? That's it? Do you know how many people ride scooters in Santa Monica? There's a bunch of people on a scooter, on the e-bike. At that spot where I was at, you will see a couple of guys on the e-bike that were heading the same spot. I was just faster. That were there. I just happened to fit the description. Even though I didn't fit the description, I fit the description. That's just how it is. This might mess with my psyche somehow. I know it does.
It does.
Sometimes
when you get pulled over and stopped and frisked and detained, it does mess with your head. And it's really irritating. It's because it is like he does lean into a good point. It's a reminder that you can be stripped of your freedom at any time out here, you know? And that just goes for anybody. That is unanimous. It doesn't matter where you're from or what you look like. You can get stopped, frisked, and detained no matter what. It can happen all the time.
Things that do not affect us, it ended up, affecting us some type of way. I know now when I'm riding my scooter, I'm gonna, be feeling some type of way when I'm out there.
Just keep recording, man. That's all you can do. Trust me. Take it from me. You'll get over this and just keep recording. He's already onto a good thing and he learned a powerful lesson. Never, ever hit the streets without that camera rolling. Don't just bring it along. Strap it up, put it on, and hit the record button before you get going. Every time.
Even if I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm still going to, feel like that. And I have nothing against, cops. I respect them. As you can see from this video, I was very respectful. I did exactly what they told me to do. And so I'm not someone that disrespect the police, because there's a lot of them that act like they're not human. Like they don't have family, they don't have kids, they don't have all that stuff like that. And when you're talking to them, they really act like they're robots. And it's so weird. You're a human being,
He's
bro.
right.
You're a human being. Until Elon Musk replaces the police department with those robots that he's been making.
What?
You're a human being. Otherwise, you just become a robot that's controlled by the system. So when you're looking at them, when you're talking at them, even though you're just being detained, they don't know if you're guilty or not.
Yeah. No, he's right. It feels like you're facing an enemy.
If you ask them questions, they almost ignore you, like you already committed the crime.
True.
It's innocence till proven guilty.
Oh, look, right here is his look. It looks like he's making a hand gesture like, do you guys know each other?
Guilty before proven innocent. It's crazy. Anyway, this was traumatized. This was crazy. And I'm grateful to God that, I didn't end up matching the description and they did let me go, because a part of me was praying there, because this could go either way. They could be looking for a scapegoat to make it seem like, oh yeah, we're doing our job, we have captured these people. You guys know this happens.
Yeah.
If you're still living under a rock where you do not believe that people get falsely accused of something that they did not do, then that's on you. But
I'm totally on his side with that one. I mean, it is entirely realistic that they could have tried to pin some stuff on him, especially if he wasn't recording, man. I keep going back to that, the whole recording thing, but body cam on the officer is to keep the officer safe. The body cam on you is to keep yourself safe. It's simple as that. You got to have it, man.
It happens on a lot. So I know what could have happened. So I'm grateful to God that he was on my side and made sure that these people were not able to put anything on me, because detaining me there for an hour, they could have planted something, they could have done whatever it is. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but they could have come up with a lot of stuff.
Jeez.
And I'm having my camera 360 will be going with me everywhere that I go.
Good thing. Okay, now I get it. Good thing he replaced his battery. I was just thinking like, dang, this thing has a crazy battery. He said he was sitting there for an hour. Good thing it didn't die. Imagine it died right as he sat down. Oh, man. He still would have been wearing it, so it's the visual,
I was able
but
to make it back home to my family. My wife came and gave me a hug. Like, I picked up my kid. I'm like, man, this is Kizzy Airwheels. I appreciate you guys to support my platform. Peace out.
all right, here's a video of them letting me go after an hour plus. This is the end of after he's been sitting there for an hour.
What were you riding on?
The scooter?
What's that?
The scooter?
Okay.
Did you go afford it?
You don't know this guy, right?
No.
Do you have all of your property with you, your ID and everything?
He has my ID.
Who has your ID? One of the officers?
I got it.
I got it. There is custody.
Camera battery died, separate mic kept recording. Okay?
Yeah, let him. It's his cup, so.
Some captions, maybe? We just can't hear anything right here, really.
You're gonna be free to go right now, okay, sir? Just give us a couple minutes here.
Okay.
Jack, you already told them what happened? Yeah. Go for it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, do you have any questions? Do you understand why you were detained or not?
No, he just told me that some people were
What's that?
robbing. He told me that some people were robbing some of the burglary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trespassing, and so they weren't exactly sure which guy it was and all that other stuff, and based on the description and things like that, you were
Okay.
detained for that reason, okay? So right now we're dealing with the other gentleman who was detained.
Okay.
Obviously you weren't doing anything wrong, right? That we're aware of and that
No.
what the witness said.
Yeah.
So now at this time you're free to go, okay?
Okay.
You have
Thank you.
Any questions for anything?
Oh,
No,
man.
that's it.
So there's your ID. Thanks for your patience.
Okay.
You have a good day, okay? Sir?
Thank you.
Jeez.
Hey, Jack, is that the crow?
Wow. Now that we finally got some audio as to why that happened, I still think he should put like a full cut of like the actual all the way up until it started through till it ended. Like everything that he has, posted a raw video of that. No commentary, just a straight footage so we could see that and watch that. But I mean, jeez.
Back and my
That's
glove.
your backpack, that's your gloves,
Yeah.
and that's your motorcycle.
No, my scooter.
Your scooter.
Yeah, I wasn't.
That backpack is not yours, right?
No, that's not mine.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and grab your stuff. So that is what they were talking about, Romar, right? Headed right now, sir.
Oh, the gentleman told me to stop because I was supposed to make a U-turn to go back.
Okay.
So he just told me to stop, and he stopped both of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
because he directed me to go back around.
Yeah, so right now you're gonna go back that
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What a day, man. At least you made it home in one piece. At least you made it home in one piece.
That's
If you guys would
crazy.
prefer I upload the 1 hour plus video being wrongfully, please, yes, do that.
I guess maybe they thought that we were together. Hey, it's just my luck or something. But they said I matched the description. The other
Jeez.
guy is a white guy. I'm a black dude. I don't know how we ended up matching the same description.
Wow. Okay, I think that's it. Oh man, that was a ride, dude. Once again, check this guy's channel out. Give this video a watch. Leave it a like. At the very least of the benefit we can give this guy, just go drop him a sub. That is the least we can do. Let's get this guy to, I don't know, at least 10,000 subs. He's at 7,000, I think, right now. Let's get him to 10,000. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.